Okay, hello, I am Jay Krishnaswamy. I am a fourth year CS major at Georgia Tech, and today I'm going to be going over my fifth Head Starter project, which is Codex. So basically, the problem we have is that VS Code does not integrate AI by itself. So if you're ever coding in VS Code and you want to fix your code with AI, you have to go to ChatGPT or some other provider in order to fix your code. Whereas we want that in the interface itself. So a couple of products have come up that are notable. One of them is Cursor AI, which I have used and I used to code this project actually. And I really liked it. I think it was quite a good experience, especially I like the composer feature. So that's the one I'm trying to implement for this project. I know there's also a completions feature where you can tab and complete. I didn't try to implement it simply because I don't use it as much and I don't find it that useful. In fact, sometimes I find it a hindrance. If you tab too much and it just completes random characters and doesn't really fit your coding style, I don't really like it. Whereas Composer, there's an option to accept or reject. So it's a little bit nicer and a better user interface. So that's what I tried to implement in this project. So as you can see here, this is my solution. So in addition to the Judge Zero code base, which I cloned, I also have an AI assistant tab and it allows you to accept or reject changes. So this basically will, if you hit accept change, it will change the code that is here and will allow the AI experience to be in your interface itself. Okay, so now I'm going to do a demo. So here I have my localhost 3001. So basically what I have here is my AI assistant. For example, I can accept changes, I can also reject changes. So if I reject the change, then it says the change is rejected, the code remains unchanged. If I find a mistake in this code, like let's say the code is too verbose, or maybe I want to code something else. So let's say that edit this code to make the code more concise. Then what it will do is it will issue a diff. So the diff basically has pluses and minuses. So it will have things that it would add and then things that it would subtract. So it's going to subtract this line, it's going to subtract this line, it's going to add this line or this line. And you can accept the change. One thing I have a problem with is that sometimes it applies all the changes that it does at the start and deletes whatever's at the start. So that's something I have to fix. But you can see that it deleted some lines and put some code here. So that's my implementation so far. You can also reject the changes and the code will remain unchanged. So now I'm going to go to some of my struggles here. So one of the struggles I have is doing the diffs. So when I do diffs, one of the problems is that it's not applying the diffs correctly. So I'm gonna have to go back and try to figure out some other framework to apply the diffs. And the other one was choosing the right model for coding. So I've chosen Mixtral because that's free and it's on Grok. But recently I have found that there's an API for DeepSeek as well, so I'm thinking of using that. So that was some of my struggles. And in the future, I'm gonna finish implementing the Composer feature. And if the product gets mature enough, I might use this for coding as well. Thank you for listening. This is my project Codex, and this is my fifth project for Head Starter. Thank you so much.